Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady and I'd like to welcome you back to another Throwback Friday. Today is number 49. Okay, on today's video we have got crochet books, crochet magazines and a whip spits and chat and also a crochet kit. So let's get on with the video. Right, so the first video up today is a whip spits and chat number 49. The full video will be in the little I button here, but I have cut into this quite a bit, a humongous amount, because I didn't want to spoil what else is it going to be in this video if you wasn't around that week of the year last year. Right, oh, I'm talking dribble and let's just get on with what's left of this video. Right, so and now on to the poppy count. Of course, last week I told you all that I'd managed to get up to 210. So this week I needed to finish the box off, which I've managed to do. So it now brings our poppy count up to 240. Can't do it. Couldn't do it. I couldn't leave it at 240. It had to be rounded up. Okay, these will end up going in next week's box as well, but there's another 10. I've done it. I have hit the quarter of the way mark, so that is 250 poppies. Happy dance. That means there's only 750 to go. Oh well. Let's keep popping on. Right, so of course I've done me poppies this week, done more poppies, and I'm doing the video, but as I said to you on Friday, I have made something using the Centro this week. I've made a couple of hats. Now, right, so the yarn I used was papaya in the colourway Brights. Now, I've used this to make a blanket on the channel, and it's there is a tutorial for the blanket. You can't really see the stitches because there's so much going on with the colour changes. I haven't got a ball to hand at the moment, otherwise I would show it. It looks beautiful with the ball, don't get me wrong. It's a bit too crazy for me and my taste, so when it came to crocheting it, I tried using it with lots of different ideas and different styles of blankets, and I just couldn't get anything that I liked once it was halfway through, so it got ripped out quite a bit. So I pulled out the Centro and I knocked up a couple of hats with the ball that I'd already used, because of course I'm not going to be putting a half-used ball or a messy ball into giveaways and things like that, but I may end up putting any of this yarn that I've got left into a future giveaway. Now it has made me giggle because I did make a little one for a little head, and then I thought, oh, I might as well use up the rest, so I made an adult, a mummy and baby, or daddy and baby if daddy's brave enough. A mummy and baby and daddy and baby hat. Here they are. Okay, now these are reversible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it. The glasses are coming off and I'm putting the adult hat on because it made me crack up. When I took a photograph and sent it to my bestie, Okay, we both decided it didn't look too bad this way round, and I was joking because her mum likes bright in your face colours, and I'd said, oh, this is a hat for your mum, but this side's too tame. And my bestie went, well, what do you mean it's too tame? So of course I've turned it round and I've had to take a photo. Okay, I'm going off screen to put this one on. It's worth it. Boom! How flipping bright is this? It actually blew out the camera. So when I took a photograph of it, it's actually blowing me out here as well, but when I took a photograph of it, it looked illuminous. So yeah, so one side's like oranges and yellows, and then of course the other side is a more relaxed sunset sort of style with the greens. There we go, with the greens and the purple, because of course it's got the folded bit that I can fold down, so it could go brighter if you wished. But I think that for me is the colour choice. Now, we were quite lucky with the small person's hat. Yes, we have got the bright bottom to it, but that's one way round. And then of course you flick it round, so there is a section of bright at the bottom there as well. So they were my Century makes, because of course I need to start moving some yarn and making more items with the yarn that I have, otherwise I'm never going to be able to get any new ones, am I? Don't panic, there is not going to be a poppy count on every throwback. I'm only going to be doing the big numbers, the 250, the 575 and finished video. They're the only ones that the poppies will be mentioned on this year. Wow, that hat was so bright, and it is still under the table here actually, because I haven't had a chance to pop to Southend to hand it over to Bestie's mum. At some point I will either hand it over to Bestie or to Bestie's mum, depending on who gets to go to Southend first. I can't wait to see her in it. Her face is going to be a picture. The blanket I spoke about was the Don't Do Stitch, and the tutorial for that is in the tutorials folder. That'll be linked on the end screen at the end of this video. Well, with that little one's hat, if you put it on with the bright at the bottom, at least the cars will be able to see them in the winter. Now on to the next video. This one is a Crochet Now issues 30 to 33. Today we are looking at our very last 4 Crochet Now books that I managed to pick up from a lovely lady on Facebook Marketplace. Right, so these issues are issue number 30, 31, 32 and of course a 33. So let's have a look inside. Yep, super evil. Yet again, if you would like to see those magazines in their entirety, then click on the link in the I button. Okay, so our next video up is the Works Online crochet book order. Now this is a massive order, and as I explained in the video, I use my Christmas money from my parents. It is a 12-minute video, so pick up your hook and get crocheting along while I talk about it and show you some of the books. Right, so as the title says, I got my works order through. So it's a case of time to unbox my little box of books. There's a couple of other bits in there, it's not just books, but yeah, the majority of it is books. Oh dear, I was naughty, wasn't I? Well, I'll let you make the decision when I've finished showing you it all. Right, so let's start at the top of the box. Yes, I have already taken this out. I have already checked that all of the order is now here and complete. And that includes these 2 little books that I showed you on Whips and Bits 48, I believe, which was at the weekend, a couple of weekends ago. And so we'll add them to the books in a minute, and I'll talk more about those again later. Right, so first ones up were actually kits. Now these 2 kits I've been eyeing up for about a year, to put it honestly. it's been a year of just me sort of having a nose every now and then and going, I like them, but I don't like the price. Now, normally these are normally advertised around the £10 mark, which, to be honest, isn't too bad as far as I know. I haven't actually opened them to see what we get in the kit yet. I will be doing that on a separate video. But the two kits I got, of course, one had to be our good old faithful Harry Potter. And the other one, because I'm a bit of a crazy person, was the Justice League. So I can't wait to see what the patterns are in those, but in there. Now, these normally run at about £10, but as some of you eagle eyes may have noticed, they are 2 for £10 at the moment. So for the kits, £5 a pop, and do you know what? It's worth a punt. It's definitely worth a go, isn't it? Right, so I grabbed them too. Now I think I did that so that I got over the £30 mark. I meant to take them out and didn't bother. Right, next up is another couple of kits here. Now, I didn't read the write-up on these. If I had, I wouldn't have picked them up because I thought they were actually little books of amigurumi, but it turns out they are crochet kits. So you get 2 for £5, and there are choices of other kits within the page that come under the same 2 for £5. Now, of course, I thought these were books. I thought these were only little books. So I ordered 2 for £5, thinking, brilliant, one of them can go in my personal collection of books, and the other one I can use as a gift for a prize, like for when I run a competition. So now I've got 2 kits. One of them will be opened and I will show you all what's in it, and the other one will be used as a prize later on in the year. Now on to the small stack of books. Right, where to start? Let's go over the 2 that I've already slightly shown you in this video and definitely shown you in previous videos. Now, the first one is a 101 Essential Tips Crochet. And yes, I had said 1001 on the other video, but it's not, it's 101. Right, now this one retails normally, because the price is on the back, at £4.99. The works have it in for £3.99, and sometimes if you're lucky and you hit a discount code like I managed to do, I got an extra 25% off that, so that was worth me grabbing it. So that's that one there. The next one up is the 20 to crochet a granny squares. Okay, now this one is normally priced at £4.99. I picked it up for, there we go, £3.99. Okay, now in Canada you can pick it up for $11.95, and in America you can pick it up for $9.95. Now, from what I remember, this one is written in American terms with English terms written in brackets. All right, so that was that one. I'm not going to be able to do this for long. There's not going to be a lot of room. Alright, so let's go. Get it out, you lot. Yeah. Oh, see what I mean? There's a few. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, so have I got these in any sort of order? I don't remember. So I'll be checking my screen for the prices that I paid for them. But that doesn't include the 25% off that I managed to get as well. I'll put the code information in just on the off chance that maybe they'll rerun the same code later on in the month. Now this one is making crochet blankets. There is 20 blanket projects and step-by-step techniques in this one here. Now the price is $14.99 in the UK, $21.95 in American dollars, and $29.95 in Canadian dollars. And I paid, making crochet blankets, a £5. So automatically on the recommended price for this one, which was $14.99, I saved $9.99. Sweet. Right, so have a quick nose through. There is some, oh, that's pretty. There's a pattern I'm going to try. It is written in, I really should read the front page, shouldn't I? There we go. Let's just show you the front page, which has the images of some of the blankets in. I am liking this one here. I'm sorry I can't show it to you too close at the moment, because I've got to be careful of copyright, haven't I? Oh crikey. Let's have a quick no. Right, this one is written in American terms. That's going to make it so much easier for me, which is cool. Right, next one up is making crochet cushions. There we go, that's what this one looks like. Now this one is again $14.99 in the UK. It is $21.95 in the US, and Canada is $29.95. It is by Maker & Co. You have 17 cushion projects to make. There we go. I quite like the look of the Mandela style one there. I might have a nose at that one later. Right, it is written in. Sorry, another one written in American terms. Now, I actually picked up a second copy of that one. That is going in my prize bin later. Right, next one up is a Mindful Crochet. Okay, this is by Craft. You can get this one on make, which is capital letters, ect.com, from craft books, projects, magazines and more. Does it say how much it should have cost me? No, oh, $12.99 in the UK, no information for America, Australia or Canada. Now the Mindful, where are you? Mindful only cost me £4, so that was quite a nice one. Sorry, didn't get a secondary one of that. Okay, right, so the next one up is a crocheted hats and scarves. Now this one retails normally at $14.99. Whereas I didn't pay that much. I paid crocheted hats and scarves £4 for it. So this one is written in English terms. So let's pop that up there. So you can have a quick nose for a quick second. Now, next one. It's right, there's not that many more left now, thankfully. Right, next one up is crochet know-how techniques and tips for all levels of skill from beginner to advanced. Now this one is priced up in the UK at $9.99. Where are you? Okay, abbreviations. This one is in English terms. Okay, so there it is, crochet know-how. So of course that was $12.99, and that one cost me £3. There we go. And the very last one is a hardback book. It is by DK and it's the crochet book, hook, yarns, stitches, patterns, projects for the home and to wear, with over 130 techniques and stitches, and it weighs a ton. There we go there. Now this one is normally priced at £25. I did go mad on this one. I paid 10 quid, but at a 15 quid saving straight away, why not? And this one is written in right, so this one is written in English terms, but to be honest, out of all of them, from the quick look that I've had, this has got so much information. It's amazing. There is stuff in there that's going to even help me out when it comes to referencing different bits and pieces when we're talking on our lives and things like that. I'm going to have this book by the side of me, and this is going to be my new crochet Bible. I don't like to use that Bible term, but you know what I mean. It's going to be my font of all knowledge. So I'm going to be taking this one downstairs now to have a read through and see what things I can earmark off with post-it notes. Right, I am going to head off now. No, I'm not. Right, so I picked up all of these books from a company called The Works. Okay, and it is theworks.co.uk. Now I believe there is also The Works in Australia. I think I saw it next to Big M at one point. Right, but so have a nose, see if I'm going to put the link to the UK branch, the UK shops in the description box down below. If you are in another country and you know that there is actually your own version of The Works over there, can you do me a favour again? Can you please put that in the comment section down below? And then what I'll do is I will copy and paste your information over into the drop down menu box so that other people from your country can have a quick nose in that drop down box and see if there is a Works or a Works equivalent in their country. So that right, so here's the confession time. I finally spent my Christmas money from my mum and dad. Now I don't normally I end up spending it on whatever anyway, but this time around I thought I would actually buy stuff that I can take a photograph and send to them and say, look mummy, look daddy, I spent it on sensible stuff and not alcohol or chocolate. Right, so my order actually came in at £53.98. Now that is with the discounts there, and then on top of that I had a 25% discount code, which meant that my total bill came in at £47.48. That also included free postage because I went over £30. It is really difficult going over £30 in that shop, unless of course you look at their yarn and go ooh, but I stay clear of the yarn. I've got enough to work through that I'm actually hiding behind me at the moment, and down there and over there and on top of the cupboard. Yeah, there's just too much. I need to get through it. So that's why I didn't order any yarn from them, but they do also stock yarn and other crafting supplies as well. And so as I said, I spent just shy of 50 quid, but my total that I would have spent if I had gone to a different bookshop and had to pay full price is, right, so I've done a little bit of maths. I've tried putting it away behind me. I don't like it. I need my yarn back. Right, but anyway, let's get back to the math on this. If I'd have paid the recommended retail price for every single book and kit that came through today, I would have spent a whopping £145.90. That's right, £145.90. But I didn't. No, didn't. I got it for a complete and utter total cost of £47.48. So I'll let you work out the saving on that one. I'm pretty chuffed, to be honest, but now I really need to stop buying books, and I definitely need to stop buying the magazines because my magazine stash is like that now. And the books, as you can see behind me, that's not all of them. New bookshelves, yay, let's go searching for new bookshelves. Now hopefully each of those books that were in this video I have also shown you now separately on the channel. There will be links to those at the end. They are in the books and magazine folder. Right, the two that were on a better discount are the Mindful Crochet, that one there, and the Crocheted Hats and Scarves. They are now in at £2.50, and the Making Crochet Blankets is still priced in at £5. Right, so now it's time for the last video for today. This one is the Mini Craft Class Crochet Kit, Crochet Creations. Okay, so let's pop over and have a look. Right, so today I thought I would bring you a look at this crochet kit. Now this one is the Mini Craft Class and it's the Crochet Kit Creatures. Now I picked this up from The Works, which is an online and store in the UK. Now they do a lot of discount books and other items, including crochet kits, knitting books, crochet books and yarn. So they do that plus a lot of extra things as well, and the prices are always pretty reasonable in there, to be honest. I used to love it when my kids were younger. I'd pop in there and grab them a book. Right, so let's get on with the information for this kit. Now this kit you can purchase at time of recording. That is, you can purchase any 2 of these smaller kits for £5, or they work out at £4 each. So it's always best to buy one and get one for your bestie, ain't it? Right, now the box states that within here we have got 3 projects. Make this cute tortoise. Okay, so now this leads me to believe that we may not get everything that we would hope for. Right, now it's inside our kit. It states we have a mini guidebook, a DK yarn, a crochet hook, darning needle and stuffing. Now on the back it also says learn the basics of crochet and make your own tortoise. With this beautiful kit it includes everything you need to get started, as well as an easy to follow step-by-step instructions and plenty of tips and tricks to help you along the way. Right, so if I'd read the back of the box I would have known that this little kit only has the products to make this. It doesn't give us the opportunity to make the unicorn or the seahorse that's also pictured on the box. So let's turn it over, let's open it up and let's see what we do actually get. So to start off with, we will received our crochet book with our instructions and everything like that, so we will have a look at that in a moment. Now let's have a look at the size of the stuffing. Oh my gosh, that's so diddy. But let's give it a quick open. Luckily this bag will reseal, I hope. Okay, it feels quite nice, quite soft, as you can see here. Yep, no, quite a nice one. I can't spot any extra bits in there like I've seen in other crochet kits, so top marks for picking the right stuff in. Right, so then we have got our green crochet hook and darning needle. I cannot tell you what size they are as yet, but the information will hopefully be in our little mini book. Now for the yarn. Okay, so we have some black, so that's going to be for detailing. Now that is quite loose. I'm just going to spin that up, because otherwise I will get it everywhere. It will be in a knot and blah 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 blah. Right, so as you know, my pet peeve when it comes to kits is that the yarn is not neat in the kits. Okay, and so there we go, and there is our 2 and there's nothing left in there. So that is it. That is what we get in our kit. Now let's move on to the pattern. Right, so for the pattern, let's scoot that lot over and we will have a quick nose. Now remember, I cannot show you all of it. I cannot tell you all of like the stitch counts and things like that, because otherwise I'll get done for copyright. But we've got our introduction, we've got our abbreviations, and we've got a crochet glossary. Project number 1 is the tortoise, project number 2 is the unicorn, and project number 3 is the seahorse. Now remember, you only get enough materials to make project number 1. So our pattern is written in English terms. Okay, so if you only work in American terms, you are going to have to do a little bit of tweaking so that you understand what the terminology used is. But it's not too difficult, honest. It's pretty much all single crochet. Right, the glossary tells you how to do each individual stitch that they call for within the book. And next up, I'm sorry to say, is the pattern for this cheeky little turtle. Okay, so that's all I can pretty much show you of that one. And then our unicorn and our seahorse. Oh, this is daft. They are the smallest pictures in the world, so I'm just going to fold my book over slightly and bring it up and hope the camera focuses. So that is the seahorse and the unicorn patterns. Now that seahorse and that unicorn pattern are pretty much identical to the pattern that I received when I bought my amigurumi thread from Aldi's. I'm going to go and I'm going to check the patterns line by line to see how close they are, as I haven't actually made the Aldi's unicorn or the Aldi's seahorse yet either. Right, so do I think it is worth the original £4? Maybe for a starter kit for a child, then yes, because hey, when they get bored and they chuck it away, that's not a problem. But if we want to make it for anybody, I would suggest swapping out this yarn, because just holding it, it's itchy, it's scratchy. So it wouldn't be a project that I would make using this yarn to give to a child, say, to play with, especially not a little one. It would be used for just popping on a shelf and making things look pretty. Right, I am going to head off now. I will see you all really soon. Keep an eye out in whips and bits, because you never know, I may get around to making this turtle, because I don't think it's going to take that long to do. Okay, so now for my true write-up about that kit. How can I put it politely? The wall is rubbish, it splits, it's scratchy, and I wouldn't use it in any other project, and to be honest, I wouldn't use it to make this project. The feet have a magic ring that contains less than 6 stitches. So it's not something that I would actually enjoy making, because the parts are so small there, and then of course you have to sew all the legs onto the body as well, so there's a bit of sewing involved as well. So personally for me, it's not a kit I'm going to attempt again, although I've got 2 of them. I did attempt to make it, but yeah, I gave up. It just was not enjoyable for me. That's a personal opinion. You may enjoy actually making it. So the kits are still available over on the works at this moment in time. And once it's complete, it would make a cute little keychain. It's that diddy. It's minute. So yeah, it would make a really cool keychain. Right, so that is it for today's Whips and Bits. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you all really soon. If you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody.